You have a great business. You know it, your employees know it, and so do we. So how do we get everyone else to know it? And how can you do it cost effectively? It's simple. Use EDDM. EDDM is a direct mail marketing program from the United States Postal Service named Every Door Direct Mail, and it allows you to get your message out for a fraction of the cost of a stamp. Here's how it works. Start by contacting your local Minuteman Press. We are your EDDM experts. Together, we will manage these important steps. First, set a budget that will give you the biggest ROI. Second, design a creative mail marketing piece with an awesome offer. Third, choose the best delivery routes based on demographics and geography. Fourth, print, bundle, and take your mail to the delivery post office. Fifth, manage a schedule for distribution using USPS mail carriers. 70% of people surveyed say that receiving mail is more personal than the internet. And 73% of consumers say they prefer direct mail for brand communication because they can read it at their convenience. With cost-effective EDDM, you can maximize your return on investment. Minuteman Press is your EDDM and direct mail experts. You know your business. We know how to promote it. We are the modern printing industry. Find your nearest Minuteman Press at minutemanpress.com.
Hey, good morning, guys, and welcome to the grounds with Giles, Jones, and Cappacucino. It is Friday, and we all made it through another, hopefully a good week for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So we can be our goofy selves, talk about what's on our minds and what's going on. And
Friday mornings
right
here, 216 Creator Studios.
Well, it's like the OGs today too, right? I mean, what a better way to start a Friday? The OGs just chit chatting about what some people think is goofy and what we believe to be fun, fun and exciting.
Steve's out on a long weekend, a little bit of fun time with his wife, which is good. She surprised him, so I hope he's having a great time. And
Surprise.
if you're tuning in, Steve, turn this thing off, would you?
Steve, why are you watching that this morning? We're on vacation.
And Kelsey not feeling, I mean, the weather out here is a little blue. She's feeling under the weather, so get better, sister.
God, I woke up this morning, it was like a weird, eerie brown. You know how we wake up, sun starts coming up, it's like reddish. Did you notice that? It was brown.
Don't wake up under the covers.
Well, okay, maybe that was the explanation.
That's what you see in the bathroom. You should go see a doctor.
No, but it was just a really weird color this
I
morning.
play one on Sundays.
Right.
You play one? You only play one on Sundays?
That's it.
Damn.
So a lot of good stuff. What I love is it's a great time to be a spectator in life because there's so much weird stuff going on right now. It's
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's the fun part of being a spectator.
Wasn't there always fun
Tim,
stuff
good
going
morning,
on?
brother.
though?
Glad to have you with us. Yeah.
The more you pay attention, the more you kind of go, why?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, it is. It's but good stuff. It's my week has been just now we're out of basketball, so my routine. As you guys know, I'm a big routine guy. Is now way different.
he's going to be like this.
And and somebody.
What do I do?
Ashley, my daughter's like, "Are you sad, Dad?" I go, I'm not really. You miss that energy. You miss being around that energy and getting in. The gym is my church, so you get in there every day, and it's your happy place. And now you're not in there every day, and you're just like,
chomping at the bit, like, come on, push
I
us
was
through.
wondering why when I came in you had Nico running laps. You know what I
Give me
mean?
10.
We got the hoop out here.
Yeah.
He's doing layups. Yeah.
I like, Nico, what's going on? I don't know, man. He's just yelling commands at me.
Got his whistle.
And he keeps saying, come on, ladies.
That's right. That's right.
Sleepwalking.
Shout out to Nico behind the producer's booth today.
That's right.
Good to see you, brother. You look awake.
You look awake.
Totally.
That's a good thing if he's going to produce.
Yeah.
Are you alive and well?
Super awake.
Yep.
He's like a zombie.
He's on his first cup of coffee. So he's.
I haven't even got mine. He's still
Air.
brewing.
Yeah.
Still brewing.
So what's on your mind? What's going on? Where we at? We had kind of a topic, but then without Steve and Kelsey, they're like, all right, let's just anything goes. And
Well, you know,
Anything.
here's something. You know, when do you know it's time to unplug? And recharge your own battery. When do you know it's time to unplug from the technology and how do you do it? Because everything you do is tied to it. I think it's important to do that. It was the other day because I live on my phone just because of work. Work
Right.
and life and kids and wife. And I forgot my phone in the bedroom, and I'm running around the house getting stuff done, and hours went by, and I'm like, man, something feels off. I feel off. But I feel good.
I was just going to
Why
say,
do I
you
feel good? And
You don't
off?
feel distracted.
Right. And I realized I didn't have the pocket computer in my hand. I didn't sit at a laptop. It was just a little music in the background while I'm, getting the house dialed in and everything else. And I'm like, oh, that's a sign that I should probably pencil that in.
yeah,
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
It is.
It's odd, but it's a good feeling.
Well, it's important too. I think having it's important because you tie your entire life to it.
Yeah.
Where you can't, it's part of the structure of knowing to be on time with something, answering calls for business or doing something. But if there's that moment, and then I talked to somebody that said they pencil it in, and what they do is they create a do not disturb and a voicemail for that, saying my phone will be off from this time to this time daily. If you need to get a hold of me, these are the best times to get a hold of me.
wow.
It's
Never
smart.
thought about doing that.
No, I
It's
never thought
being
about it.
routine,
Yeah.
getting into that.
He made it
just
part of his
trying to get
routine.
yourself and bring yourself back to a normal, relaxed state instead of because no matter what you do and how much you try, at least for me, I know that this does bring an added level of stress to me. Even though it does get used for business and communication and stuff like that, being able to understand when the time to put it away and be you. Right, without having to worry about all those outside influences that are pushing on you on a daily basis or projects you're trying to get to, right?
Yeah.
And just going, they'll be there later. Let me focus on what's in front of me and focus on me because it's so much, we're always worried about that next thing or staying in touch with people. I mean, it's texting.
Yeah.
People are crazy. If you text them, it's like you don't get back for an hour. They're like, you don't want to talk to me? Like, what's
Good.
up?
Well, I guess if your job is like the nuclear reactor handler, then, it's kind of like the world won't end, but it might.
Well, that one's a different story.
Right.
You keep your phone
That's
with
just
you. but-
part of that scenario,
It's Friday. Eric Bam. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Glad to have you with
Happy
us.
Pizza Friday.
That's it.
Yeah, happy Pizza Friday.
And then I'm accidentally wearing my Thursday underpants again today.
Again today. All right. His routine
And
failed.
I'll guarantee.
just backwards and inside out.
I'll guarantee they're bedazzled.
Yeah. Couple of rubies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Couple good mornings in the chat.
Hey, Christine, how are you, sister? So, doing some study as I do, and I like to dig into things. And a guy who's got ADHD, never been diagnosed or whatever it's called. Just know that squirrel.
Right.
A lot of people with that, the first thing they do is look at their phone in the morning, right? Before you even get out of bed, you grab it and you scroll through something. And I would do that. And so the last 2 weeks, I haven't been doing that. And it's made quite a difference in my energy. It's made quite a difference in, and I wouldn't get on social media and scroll, right? I mean, and if you're in bed watching us now, congratulations and thanks, and we're sorry, but keep doing it on Friday morning. But the bottom line is, it starts my day off different not doing that, right? because I usually wake up without an alarm, and you'd roll over, grab it, and what I would do is like check email, or something.
Kind of mindless stuff.
Yeah, not doom scrolling through social media, but what a difference it's made in my morning and my thought patterns and everything of that nature, because literally those emails can wait for 2 more hours.
Absolutely.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll get up and I'll be at the gym at 5, the rec center gym, right, to lift weights and try to be healthy. Don't look at the angle.
You're on the good side.
Right.
I'm on the bad camera side.
But it has made a difference in my day as well. I don't know if it's anxiety or what it is.
It is.
But,
anxiety. I
but-
think you hear it, bink, bink, bink,
Yep.
bink. You feel like you absolutely must look at what's happening.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Nico,
Such
I
a nice
love you,
guy.
man.
The coffee delivery
Producer
dude. too.
extraordinaire.
Producer and coffee deliverer.
I don't care what Scott says about you. You're okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
He doesn't believe me anyway.
Don, good morning.
No,
Glad
he
to have you
doesn't.
with us, brother.
Yeah, it's crazy how for me, I mean, you know how I feel about these things, like, right? I would love to get by life without them.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not your typical phone user, if you will, as far as scrolling. I don't pay attention to TikTok, all that stuff. They're just 150s.
My
They're
God,
cheater
what
readers.
is all the disgusting stuff on it?
Paint.
First of all,
Paint flex. I've been painting.
that's what it is.
It's paint flex.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to
That's
it.
right.
I could see Mars. And why are they so pointy, like a 1950s?
Because they're cat eyes, bro. They bring out my beautiful round face. They help form it.
Oh, you don't have a round face.
No, he doesn't. I was like, wait, I do. You do.
Are those men's or
I was about to say
Those are dollar cheapies. So they're men's, women's, whoever decides to grab them and put them
I
on.
will say
Okay.
the word men's
All right.
on there.
They're-
But yeah, that's all paint flex from
They're
Men's with a
painting
woe
cat-
in front of it.
Yeah, they're bisexual, men or women.
I'm metro.
Is it kind of like when you put them on, you automatically go like this?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
No, I just had to tease you.
That's okay. You guys get me every time, and I bring in the good old cat eyes.
Yeah,
There's so many ways that this thing, for me, right? I can only speak for me. Like, if I was to go on, like, I got rid of Facebook a long time ago.
Yep.
Right? I got rid of all that stuff. I use it pure and simply call, text. I will check my emails, get back to people. I find myself actually getting brought up into a roar, an internal roar, right? When I start looking at that stuff, because
Describe
it does
an
push
internal roar,
Yeah.
will you?
well, anxious. I get like you start thinking like for me, one of the reasons I got off social media was because I feel I have a pretty goddamn awesome life, right?
Well, you do.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I would get on social media and it would make me feel inferior as I'm scrolling through all these people's highlight reels, and I know luckily I'm smart enough and astute that I pay attention. I know that that's what it's doing. But I kept doing it because it became a habit, right? Everyone else is doing it. I'm like, one day I just, like you with the phone, it was gone for like almost an entire day. And I'm like, wow, I feel different. I
feel good,
can't
yeah.
explain it, but I feel different. And so I got rid of it, and it has changed my mental, I'm going to say how it fucks with
Square
you
head.
considerably. Yeah. Well, it just, I'm not worried about the things out there that aren't part of my life. I like to see that friends, family that are having good things are going well for them. But for whatever reason, my particular situation, I don't think I'm alone. Right.
Well, the
it
thing-
makes you think of things back, different.
The thing that the three of us have experienced is we were around before the device. And so we know that feeling. We know what it was like. The anxieties were different because it was when you were younger. It's like, oh, did I do that homework? I have work. I didn't pencil anything in. I didn't have a calendar. I didn't do any of that stuff. I was a wild card.
That's what mom and dad were
But-
for. Did you not do that? That
Yeah.
was your.
I mean, Tim. I'll brag on Tim a little bit because I've had I've been in a lot of groups with Tim and had a chance to talk with Tim. But
Sorry, Tim.
I mean, he does a great job with separating, especially with entrepreneurs. Is where I'm caught you in half of my thought, but with entrepreneurs, you never really turn off, right? And it's like, but he does a really good job being able to go, okay, I'm working, these 3 hours. I'm going to take these 3 hours for personal, and I'll work these 2 hours. He does a really good job at that, which I have tried doing that a long, long time. Time blocking, putting those things, and you're like, oh, I should be just sitting in the backyard enjoying the day, and all of a sudden you're like,
no, well, that's different. I think that in an entrepreneurial life, it depends on the industry that you're doing. It depends on everything that you're doing on top of how many kids do you have? Do you have, you got home projects? Yeah. That's all considered work in entrepreneurial life, no matter how you look at it, or in any life, no matter how you look at it. Some people, I think there's a book I want to remember, excuse me if I get it wrong, but I think it's called The 4-Hour Workday. Read it if you
I
have
like
it.
that day.
Yeah, it's a good. Well, it's on how to create. Like, listen, if you're having a meeting for the meeting, you're wasting fucking time.
Right.
You really are. People are talkers and people are doers. If you're an idea guy and you're not a doer, go work for somebody.
Well, so
if you're a doer and you're an idea guy, you have the idea, but you have to follow through with it.
Right.
Then your schedule becomes, consistent because you have all. I mean, you look at our whiteboard back there.
Right.
It's nonstop.
Yeah.
We're nonstop here.
Yeah. Right.
When I'm not here, I'm here.
Right.
When Nico's here, he's still here because he's literally still here.
Still here.
Kent and I, we ping pong text late at night back and forth about ideas and how to follow through with it, and then the next day we come in and we do it.
Right.
It's just non-stop. But there is a way to get a 4-hour day. If you have already had the meeting, you don't need to meet about it again.
yeah.
Start working on it. If it's not working right, adjust, adapt, adjust.
Yeah.
And then as you're doing it, talk about it and then readjust. That's your next meeting while you're doing it.
Right.
So I think there's a way to do it. I think people live in an old-fashioned structured life to where it's scripted. I like to live life unscripted to where
Amen.
people are like, well, no, you got to follow this pattern and then this light. I'm like, no, because that's just a light, and I built my own set of lights that way.
I'm taking a look at the Jumbotron.
Jumbotron.
And that is just a great picture. And our good friends over at OBSBot give us the Tail 2, which we have. And stick around because we're going to have a little unboxing and some stuff going out. But this OBSBot camera, the Tail 2, is amazing. And with its AI focus, and it's technical stuff that I don't understand. Yeah. But man, has OBSBot really helped level up our studio.
Well, and I think too, we did the research, especially Nico. When I say we, I mean Nico. Yeah. The competitors, the high-level competitors. I don't want to mention names because I'm not here to poo-poo on anybody else's product.
That's right.
But for the dollar amount and for what they're doing and what this does, this blows it out of the water. Yeah. Yeah. It really does.
Check them out at obspot.com.
Yeah.
Makes me look 5 years younger and 4 pounds lighter instead of the 10 pounds heavier and older. So I'm good with that. Thank you, Amspot. Well, that book that you talked about, I want to check that out because for me, as an entrepreneur, the challenge, right, is to make sure you have your day somewhat structured so you can do that. The problem with a lot of entrepreneurs, in my opinion, right, is we try to get too much done in one day, right? Yeah. And staying focused on just that particular day and then not giving ourselves a real break going, okay, I got that all done. Like I work on what's called a WMI every day. What's most important that day, right? There's certain things I need to get done for that day. After I do, I can personally inside, I can go, okay, you can fart around today because you got something done. That's my thing is going, did I get enough done today, right? Yeah. To really move myself forward, to move that chess piece properly, right? That's the thing.
A correction's in the title, actually. The 4-hour work week.
4 hour.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's even harder.
Nice.
But, listen, you can create that to a 4-hour work day. You read, here, read the book. I don't know if you need to put on
my cat
money shot glasses.
What?
Yeah. Thank you, Jenna. Yeah,
all right, I'll have to get that one. But that's like with everything. So when you work for somebody else, you generally don't schedule your days, depending on what you do for a company, right? You work an 8 to 5, 9 to 4, whatever it is. So
they schedule your days,
right? they schedule your days. But when you leave, I don't know, because I haven't been in that industry, that part of the world for years. But when you leave, it's a little bit easier to let go of that because you're not at the helm. You're not the one that's going to suffer, so to speak, your company, right? As us as entrepreneurs, if you're not doing that little extra up and above and keeping yourself focused on what really is most important, you can tend to slip, right? And a lot of times what happens with entrepreneurs, we work so hard, but that hard sometimes doesn't become smart because you're just constantly doing and grinding because you feel you need to do that, where it's so much better to take that time to yourself, because then you can really refocus or even reevaluate what you did and if those steps made sense. Right? I mean, and that's the thing, is looking back and being able to reflect on what you did. And a lot of entrepreneurs are just go.
Well, not even entrepreneurs, just people. I mean,
People,
to your point,
yeah.
if you've got kids, you're running this one to there, you're running this one to here, and then when they get their driver's license, even though they're running themselves, you're worried that, they're out there driving.
Yeah.
It's just, I think, life back in the day when we were kids was simpler, maybe, right? It wasn't easier. I think it was just simpler. We didn't care about having to,
Right. Well, and you didn't
we
have
didn't
18
have something, I guess,
You didn't-
reminding
right.
us that we're missing something.
Well, you didn't have 18 different ways to distract you, right? Back then,
Yeah.
it was very simple. If you didn't have school, or you were young enough and you weren't working, you got home, it was either homework, play, or do your extracurricular activities.
Cartoons.
Well, now, cartoons. Well, now you've got so many different potential options with your phone.
Yeah.
Right? And people use that. I mean, if you look, there's a screen in front of almost every face you can see.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Is he producing?
He had the squeeze box going.
Oh, I forgot we had that.
Yeah, I was
Mama's
trying,
got
I
a
was trying to
squeeze
find a good
box.
video.
Daddy never sleeps at night. You know that one.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a challenge. That's the challenge as an entrepreneur, is to be able to. You say routine, right? Routine is important, but being able to schedule personal time, or knowing when enough is enough for that day. And
Well,
that's
take it out of the self-employment space for a
Right.
minute, because we're all entrepreneurs here. But
Right.
let's talk about your average Joe that works for somebody. It's the same thing, except the fact that somebody else is controlling your time schedule. Now, listen, when we consult for businesses at DCCS, go DCCS.com. When we consult for businesses, we try to let them know that we talk to the employees and we say, what? Well, I feel like I'm constantly it's more about the drama internal than it is about the job.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. We're rewarding bad behavior, and the people who are doing good are fed up.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the struggle there. So then you always get the one that does nothing, that we're rewarding because we don't want to get rid of them. We're afraid to get rid of them. It's just so much involved. They can say this or that about it. So instead, what we do is we say, oh, okay, well, just don't do it again. But the ones who are actually doing all the work are like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So now there's a drama, and then everybody's talking about, but nothing's getting done.
So I was
Right?
running,
meetings and
I was,
meetings and meetings.
Yes.
I was running banks, banking centers.
Oh, that's big in the banks.
When it was like, no, you got to keep your cell phone in your desk. No cell phone. If you're on your cell phone, you'll be written up. Blah, 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 right? And then the time went on, it was like, well, that's the way they communicate with their kids now. So you can't make them put it in their desk or in their purse.
productivity would
because,
just go way down.
Sure.
You're like, oh, so then it was like, okay, so what do we do with all the write-ups that we had over the last year and a half? We got to
People
remove
that got
those.
in trouble, right? Yeah,
Gotta remove those.
Yeah,
out of-
retroactive. We got to. You're not in trouble anymore for that, Kent.
Right.
Right.
And it's and studies show that if you take that away, they're less productive. And of course you can find a
If
study
you
on
take
that.
it away, they're less
You're right.
productive.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's one of our big pet peeves. Phones are not allowed on our floor at
Mm.
the stores at all. One time warning, second time you're gone. Just because you're not there. I tell when we hire people, like, listen, you have a life outside of business. When you come in, you need to focus with us. Unless you have a major family emergency or something really pressing.
Yeah.
Your phone stays back in your cubbyhole, and that's out of respect, for us and the customers. You're not going to deal with your customer and give your customer 100% if you're thinking about that last text or the Instagram
Yeah.
post or, the social media feed that you were
Well,
laughing at.
then I would say you're not going to give that customer 100% if I'm thinking what's happening on my phone right now.
You could argue that for sure.
Right?
You could.
So I'm like, oh, I heard it buzz, or oh my
Right.
gosh, they said they were going to text. Am I getting it right? Oh my gosh.
And I can't help what happens in their head. I just know if I'm trying to take away the culprit, right, the chances are, and my hope, my desire is that it will, right, that they'll get used to having their separation from their, their third person,
Right.
really. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, so many people are just, they lose their phone or they can't find their phone. I mean, granted, because there's so much information in it, but they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't have some type of screen in front of themselves. And to me, that's kind of sad because we'd run outside, jump in the mud, right? Nothing to do. All right, let's go jump in the mud. Let's go ride our
There wasn't
bicycles.
that much mud in where I came from, but hey, for him, for sure.
Right, for
Yeah.
us. I mean, we grew up in the country.
And yes, Shayna, Drew had a truck thrown at him.
I did.
We have a lot of good shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
From the other realm.
Yeah. It almost hit me, but because I'm in the studio right now, I'm not going to say bad things about it.
That's right.
You know.
We've tended to got a good working relationship.
We're like brothers. Hey, buddy.
That's
Yeah, put them up.
Put 'em up, put 'em up.
Shout out to the ghost here at 21
That's
Sixth
right.
Grader Studios.
Absolutely.
And the other ghost at the other one, 21 Sixth Grader. I think both places are haunted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Tom's Productions, yeah. Definitely.
You know, that reminds me, quick plug, Stories of the Paranow. My Seabass and T-Bone, these guys are great. Their show is fantastic. They are looking to do investigation of the Johnsburg 21 Sixth Grader Studio for the haunting there. So stay tuned for that show, folks. Usually towards the end of the month is when we put that out. So, if you haven't checked
That'd
them
be
out,
interesting.
YouTube
216 Creator Studios, like, share, subscribe, ding that bell. Check out the playlist of all the different shows that we have there. I think
Get
you'll
this
be
guy right here.
pleasantly surprised.
Get this guy right here. If you scan that right there,
Yep.
it'll take you right to a QR code for all of our platforms.
Right. Take you right to Domino's Pizza.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
that's right.
Free delivery on your first
right.
pie.
That's right.
Courtesy of 216.
Absolutely. And we can fight about that, all day, because there are studies both ways, right? I mean, you can find a study to support whatever it is you want.
Depends on who pays them.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's paying for the study.
That's and then if that's your store policy and it works, and that's awesome, right? And I'm not poo-pooing on that, at all. But yeah, to going back to what Shayna said a little bit earlier about EMFs, usually people lay this right by their bed or on their bed or whatever.
Right.
I mean, there's been people whose bed set on fire because the charger, zipped, overheated, or whatever the case. And people they're so attached to it that, I mean, even if you're, sleeping and, you got your
So,
notifications or whatever, you still hear that in your subconscious.
Here's a good study.
And that fires you up. That gets your brain rolling.
We have decided, well, let's go back. We have decided that smoking's not bad or good for you. It's bad for you. So, and then we did, oh, well, but now we have vape. So that's going to be better for you. Now we've decided that vaping is worse for you than smoking.
Well, and let's be honest, folks. You don't look cool when you vape. Let's just be
Is that
honest.
it?
You look cool smoking cigarettes.
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, maybe.
There's no cool factor to that plastic
But
piece in your mouth.
so then the vape. So now there's this big thing about vaping, but how much between vaping and looking at this? What's worse? So how much do you do this for? If you're a vapor, what's in your hand more?
Right.
I guess right. So it's an addiction. It's
both.
an
It's like
addiction.
this.
It's an
It's an
addiction.
addiction.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's an addiction, and it's also not good for you.
Right.
You're overstimulating your brain by constantly looking at it, and regardless if it's Facebook.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's that, and it's Sally and Tom's life looks so much better than mine. It doesn't matter. It could be the guy with the stupid dance, and I watch what my kids watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can you even watch that? There's so much dumb shit.
I know, that's
And
why
they
I
think
love
it's
it.
funny, and I don't understand what I'm watching.
Right.
And
they're
you
there's
look at that
hidden
and you-
codes in
Right.
between. Actually, now that we got the mediator here, Nico, over there in the back, to where he can explain to me what my kid's watching. He understands both sides of the world. He's at that age, right?
Yeah.
And that generation. So he'll be like, well, this means this, and then look at their facial expressions. And then he showed me one the other day about the tornado and all the facial expressions, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, at first I didn't understand it. And then he was like, no, this is, if you're, what is it, bald and a beard?
Yeah, so it was under attractive ladies' posts on Facebook. It's usually all white men, usually bald, with like a goatee or a beard, being like, "Oh, such a beautiful
You guys
lady.
fit
Oh,
right
you
in
guys
there."
should come over to, you should come to my place and whatnot." And it was a meme where it was like 20 different profile pictures, all looking the same, and then it was a tornado, and it said, "Oh, here it comes."
Right.
Listen, I just want to put out there.
That's what I'm talking
It's
about. Like,
layers. It's layers and layers of just brain rot.
I want to put out there. I understand I'm the old creepy guy. I don't do that. I'm not the bald guy with the goatee who's doing that because I am that. I understand.
you
I'm a
are.
creepy old guy. Right? Like, I don't have to be creepy on somebody's page.
No, right.
You know, one of the big things for me that really kind of, and we've talked about this before, right, is looking at that. It's like you're living life vicariously through somebody else instead of living your life and doing it. Like if, the people that like, let's just say, watch people, snowboard or drive their trucks through the mud or dirt bikes or whatever, right? Something they're interested in that maybe they want to do, but they don't do it because they're watching this going, oh, that's cool. You're not actually living and doing things because that takes a lot of time.
That's a different perspective than I've seen it. But yeah, I mean, I can see why you would see that.
Right.
I see it as, oh, look, Kent's doing this now. Oh, good for him. That would have been the same as if I was like, hey, what have you been up to lately? Right. I'm looking at what he's been up to.
They're very isolated.
That's basically.
Yeah. Very isolated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're not. I'd rather converse one-on-one
Well,
with
that's
them. What's
what
going
we
on,
do,
right?
Because
Right.
we were pre this.
Yeah,
we know how to do
show up
it.
at grandma's house on Sunday and
Yeah.
talk with your cousins and everybody. Yeah,
Right.
And it was it. Yeah,
Stop
I
breaking
do.
my
Shane. I
time.
own that. I 100%. And Tim Paul from Piano Trends. Good morning. Great around the piano podcast.
We got Tim here?
Yeah. Well,
What's up, Tim?
He must have. It must have been the 8th time he woke up to have to pee.
Oh my God!
All right, Tim.
Thanks
You
for
know,
tuning in.
you're our
Emails
brother,
to-
Tim. When
Yes,
when
yes.
we start talking like that,
I love the guy. And I mean, hey, if you need anything musical, let
got
piano
awesome
trends.
do we have that, bro?
You got an awesome store right
Do
here in
it.
Crystal Lake, right next
Do
to
it.
Nick's Pizza.
We wouldn't be here
And
if it
we- and
wasn't
we
for
got-
Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, we do not. Give me a second.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean that's kind of who we were and whatnot, and the old creepy guy. What I love, and I
Stop talking about Tim that way.
Right.
That's not
What
cool.
I love, what I try to do, to me, social media is a game. You're talking about. I try to change my algorithm every day. Right. So one day I might really dive into things that are funny. The next day I might try to dial into.
Trying to keep the computer guessing.
Yeah, right. Because when you understand the amount of time that you're on a single stream or something like that, what it starts feeding you, right?
Yeah.
So like some days I'm like living off the grid, and I watch all these people make huts in a hollow tree or something, and then the next few days is people building huts and then maybe it's Vice Grip Garage, shout out Derek, and then
Love
all of a
those
sudden
guys.
I've got all these car videos. Some days it's trick motorcycle, right? So I try to.
So you're trying to mess with the system.
Oh, I love doing it because if not, all you get is all the upset people because you're an R or a D or I hate this guy or the world or
Right.
whatever. And so I enjoy really tripping the people that are running the algorithm. Like, God damn, this guy! God, what is he today?
Sorry, there's no human running that algorithm.
me, it's wonderful.
You're
But
messing with some bot
But
somewhere.
the other cool phrase, the other cool thing I like there's so many creative, funny people now.
Yeah.
Right. And like if you go over to the talk, what happens is you see all of these people dancing,
I know.
and not just by themselves. I mean, with
Together.
like 4 or 5 friends, and they're and you would never see growing up. You went to the dance on Friday night. and the guy stood on one side, you know, and but here it's like a mob or whatever.
Flash mob kind of thing.
8 kids are doing the same dance,
Yeah.
you know, and Lucy will come down, hey, Dad, will you do this? I'm like, God, no. No. You know.
What do you mean, no?
Yeah.
She watched it online.
Yeah.
You
So throw it in the comments, guys. Would you like to see the 3 of us do the same dance? We'll do one for you.
it's just for me. It's just a big diversion, right? To take people's attention away. To me, the big diversion. Obviously, some people use it to relax. You know, some people that's how they decompress by watching all this.
Hold
stuff.
that thought for just 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Run that.
run it.
Oh, we're gonna do 10.
Looking for more than just a piano? Discover the complete music experience at Piano Trends Music Company. Yes, they're known for exceptional grand and upright pianos, but that's just the beginning. Piano Trends Music also offers band and orchestra instruments, guitars, violins, digital keyboards, and everything musicians and students need to grow and perform. Getting ready for school band? Picking up a guitar for the first time? Maybe upgrading your instrument? The experienced team at Piano Trends Music will help you find the perfect fit. Plus, with professional repairs, rentals, and private music lessons all under one roof, Piano Trends Music is your trusted hometown music partner. Visit Piano Trends Music Company in Crystal Lake, pianotrends.com, where music begins and every instrument has a story.
Good
There we
stuff,
go.
Tim.
Yeah,
there we
good
go.
stuff, Tim.
There we go. Yeah, that's a great place. If you guys love music, which I love music, he's got horns, he's got pianos, he's got guitars, he's got the whole 9 yards. If you guys need to get set up, he's got triangles, cymbals.
That's my instrument of choice.
I didn't
the one
see
thing-
drums, but
The one thing he
does
does,
drums.
the
Does he
one
get
thing
drums?
he doesn't have, but he can get on special order is spoons.
Yeah, that.
You can get plastic or silver.
Listen, sometimes he can get a professional guy to play whatever instrument too. Like
Yeah.
because of him, we met guys like Carmine Rojas and Scott Page and all these,
Yeah.
big stars.
names
so,
in music.
check it out. Around the Piano is Tim Paul's show here, and 2 majors and a minor. It is a
Not that
baseball
kind of
show.
show, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
baseball
right.
show.
It's a baseball show, right?
Okay.
About the Chicago Cubs.
So jumping back, you were talking about distraction.
right.
yeah.
The distraction is like you've got some time to yourself, right? And that distracts you instead of like you'd have a break. You see people like, well, I'm going to use my employees for an example. Our retail rock stars. They take a break. The first thing they do is look at they
That's
go sit
'cause
at their phone.
You've taken it away from
Right. Well, back in the day, and I get that. I do get that they want to see who they're keeping up with. That's what the way they've been brought up. They don't know any different. You and I,
Once
we
they're
had a
chained
break.
to the wall during
We're
the
like,
break,
holy
they can't
shit.
go do anything else.
Right? We go run around. You go outside. You know what I mean? You grab the sun.
You go ride wheelies for a while on your
Whatever. Well, I mean, in a 15 or half an hour break, you can only do so much. But I mean, the last thing I wanted to do was pay attention to something.
Well,
like
I know
this,
what it
which
was
we
like
didn't
being
have.
on a break with Scott. For man camp, we were on a break and we cleaned an entire field. Probably the fucking house.
We took a break from sitting
Right,
around to clear out his back 40.
Thank you again, guys.
Hey guys, no, can we do the next 3 acres that way?
Well, that's
I'm
my
like,
plan
fuck
for this
you.
year. Is I got another half acre to
Yeah,
do.
we're gonna show up. There's gonna be shingles. Like, yeah, no, get up there on that 4th story, guys.
Or a paintbrush.
Yeah,
Here, guys, I'm painting the house. It needs a little whitewashing.
yeah. Scott's break is get to work.
Right. So you guys are on break here at the food store, so we're just gonna put your collar on and lock it to the wall. Your phone is just out of reach.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Is important, like having some type of thing to break from, right? Like for me, my break, because I do love what I do. Like my breaks are still kind of doing what I do, but it's different.
Yeah.
So the reason I have my house in Galena, my neighbors gave me a ton of shit one time. They're like, "Do you ever stop working to come up? What do you come up here for?" I go, "Come up here to relax and enjoy myself." They're like, "You're always working." I go, "Yes, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm relaxed. There's nothing else around me. My phone stays in the house."
Yeah.
Right? I do what I want to do and I accomplish it. And that's
Until you
relaxing.
fall off the tractor and you can't get to your phone and call somebody.
Yeah, right.
He's just out there. I've fallen. I
Right.
can't get
I
up.
got that. I got it on me. The life alert. I used to sell that.
Do a tourniquet. Do a tournament.
Yeah. But I mean, there's just different ways to decompress. And for us growing up in the era without these, and for me, it's tough to see that watching it, not going outside. I loved going through neighborhoods. There's still neighborhoods you see it, but you drive through a lot of neighborhoods these days, because I do with home inspections. There's not a lot of kids outside playing.
Because they don't want the drive-bys.
But
Depends on where you're at.
But
right?
they've got the screens. They've got these things that they can also find interest. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there is good uses for these things, obviously. But it's just like anything else, finding that balance.
Yeah.
Of what works and when to do it, to let your body reset.
I mean, back in the day, back when I was a kid, I'd run over to Drew's house, and then Drew and I would jump on our bikes, and we'd go over to Jimmy's house, and then by an hour and a half, there's 15 of us, riding bikes or playing football in the in the street or whatever. And you're right, and now if you see somebody like Lucy, well, I only have one friend. Well, you never leave your room. I mean,
how are you supposed to have a friend, a real friend, if you don't leave?
How do you go make friends?
Now she gets her license next week, so the freedom begins, right? And it'll be a little bit different. But the whole thing is like there's no more sleepovers really, because I can be on my phone with you, and you're at your house and I'm at my house all night.
Really.
When we were kids, it was like, there'd be 8 guys. Hey, let's go. We're going to spend the night at Drew's, 8 of us, and, sometimes you'd put the tent in the backyard and go roam around the city all night. But,
Play Ghosts in the Graveyard.
Well, there was always something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it was a different world too. I mean, you talk about the driving. So, like, how do you let go for letting your kid get out there and explore that freedom when the driving is good, but is it? Like here, example, my oldest, we were in the parking lot starting this new world of her driving. She's shorter than me. Back chair is all the way up. She's, like this. And I'm like, all right, before we start, there's an old man and a young kid coming across the stop sign, and you're going a little too fast. What do you hit? And she's like, well, the old man, because he's got less life than the young kid. I'm like, the brakes, Alyssa, the brakes. You hit the fucking brakes. So I'm like, okay. So
you had me on that one too. I'm like, how can you make me make a choice between lives?
The mindset of the kids today, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be driving quite yet.
At least
when we're aiming for points.
At least she was honest. But that's an
interesting.
She
felt silly too.
That's an interesting answer.
Where do you hit the brakes?
Although I will say,
well, he's got less life in front of him. The kid's got his entire life.
It was a good concept there.
I mean,
what if that kid?
This isn't GTA.
The question definitely made me think it for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you didn't preface it with you had to hit one. Yeah. You just said you're coming up. What do you hit?
What do you hit?
The gas. Sorry.
In some countries, yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But that's to me, I don't have an issue, but I there are times, where like I'm playing mahjong on my phone, and Alice is, playing something on her phone, and the TV's going, and we're just like, this is weird.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
So many distractions.
And it's just like, I mean, we'll talk. I mean, but sometimes you're like, you're watching, Tracker, and Tracker's on, but I'm playing mahjong. She's playing, I've got another one that's like clear.
You're
the
super
arrows.
overstimulated. Like 5 things happen at the same time. Your brain's trying to take it all in.
Right.
at
And
the same time.
and then you wonder why we're ADHD. You're like, how do you shut your brain down to get away from that?
Yeah, I don't know. If
It says up there, I can't see, but it says maybe the city kids. So, I am a city kid.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one here at the table that's a city kid.
Well,
Yep.
big city.
Down there in big city. I mean, where you're from, it was like we just moved our house to a different field.
That's right. We hooked her up to
We went
the
to a
John
smaller
Deere.
field.
We hooked her up to the John Deere.
We like to go down by the creek with our bare shoes and then swing off the inner tube into the.
Yeah,
that's a
them
fun
were the
time.
days.
Right? And
Those
then
were the
it's
days,
like,
man.
Oh, listen, as a city kid, I had some country friends that were like, you got to come out. And we did that. We did the swing off
Yeah?
into the water.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, just be careful. careful with the water moccasins. So it's like, fuck you, dude. What are you talking about? Water moccasins?
Why did he say that until after you're in
so
the
then
water?
it comes out by
And
me.
the country then was Schaumburg.
Right. right. That's true.
Took a day trip out to Schaumburg.
Not much, a lot of farmland during that time. But then when they would come out by me, I'd have to be like, hey, listen, we're going to go down the street here, but if you see a group of people over that way and they're all dressed the same, we're going to go this way.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, fuck you, why would you put me? So it's a different style of living. We did, hanging out on the train tracks, train jumping. We did throw rocks at each other. That was entertainment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, dumb kids, man, in the Gen X world.
So
just
we're a
dumb kids.
little bit behind on the beans, but it's time to jump into the beans. So let's
Well, you
jump.
only got 3 minutes.
Let's just jump into the beans.
13.
Or 13 minutes.
So
I might need your
what we pulled
weird
pulled
glasses.
out of the beans is what have you learned this week?
Oh.
What have you learned this week?
To clean your glasses paint before you get into the studio. Well, here, look. Here's
Maybe
what's
bring
funny.
some
Look
men's
look
glasses.
Here, this is brand new. Look at that.
I don't want to even
No,
touch that.
look
Get
at-
that away. Don't put that near me.
I mean, when we
My glasses and this were laying together, so they're all
When
speckled
we were-
with
You
paint.
we
shouldn't
were-
touch those with your bare hands.
when we were over at Zach's doing all the mudding,
Yeah.
I thought I was being pretty clean, and I get home and Elsa's like, "Why do you have a glob of something on the back of your head?"
Yeah, you had the little dot head back there.
And I'm like, "What?"
Just a little dollop. Just a little dollop.
Nobody
I was
told
like,
you
"Oh,
till you
this is
got
Hare
home. I love
Krishna."
that.
Get it all over. I was like, I don't know.
What did you learn this week?
This week, what I learned is it's hard to. It's hard to. How do I want to say this? So I've got I've got to recruit for the basketball team. So I'm recruiting these young women, and it's why I think it's great for them to come because I can pay for college for them. Right, we can offer them a scholarship, and they have no clue about money or they don't care. Parents are like, wait, what? And I tell them, I'm like, you're not gonna. Makes no sense to you at 18, but when you're 28 and you don't have $500,000 of student loan debt, you're going to appreciate me, and it doesn't calculate.
Right. Well,
to
it's
them.
not in their wheelhouse right
Right.
now. It's not in their
And
brain.
so what I learned is it's hard for me to sell a dream, right? That maybe they have or that they don't feel that they're probably good enough to or whatever, and to help them. And I've tried every angle. So it's a passion of mine, a dream, but you can't sell passion. It's hard, right? So what I really learned is in the recruiting process or in sales, a lot of salesmen are passionate about it, but it's hard to sell that passion, and you have to be able to connect. You really have to try to find a connection with who you're talking to.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That a lot of that falls into play of stop trying to sell the passion or the product. Sell yourself. Let that speak. Product follows. It's about who you trust. Who's going to hand you the same product?
Yeah.
And who's going to follow up with any problems you may have? I think that's kind of one of the things. I've learned this week that if you hold Nico down and put strobe light in his eyes, he might kick around on the floor like a fucking fish.
That's what they say. Yeah.
You're not supposed to tell us what you're doing. We're not here, guys. That's private time.
It's just away from the,
Private from away from the phones.
I'm pretty sure he's out for the sympathy act so he can get a home nurse.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it hurts right around here.
I'm taking applications.
That's it. Yeah.
No, I think
At a male nurse.
a relearning not everything is what it seems. If it's good
Yeah.
or bad or indifferent, I think that's kind of out there too. And
Yeah.
some friends that you might have that you thought you might have aren't really friends.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you just got to revisit those friends.
Yeah.
Like our boy Zach Cullum out there. We're gonna come see him, man. We haven't seen you in a while. We're gonna come see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think at the end of the day, what you learn or what you've learned is more than just in a week. It's more in a day. It's more in an hour. So on that piece of paper, it kind of should be the question is like, how many things did you learn this week? Really, not necessarily identifying each one of them because I think we're consistently learning. Otherwise, we'd be done.
Yep.
That's
That's what my grandma said. The day you don't learn something's the day you die.
Here's my bean question for you. How many people did you make smile this week?
Ooh, I like that
Probably
one.
a ton.
Yeah,
a good time.
we have a competition going.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys?
Yeah, we do. Me and Tim.
Are you counting? So as soon as you say
Well, there's
something,
points.
It's a point system. Yeah, it's about how
honesty
many people
system,
you
too?
can make smile and how nice you could be to others to help
Yeah.
you spread that to become an addiction for others to do it.
Yeah.
So it'll be like
make
me
them see that
hoping-
it's not wrong to do it.
And we make it competitive too. So like I'll hold the door open and I'll let somebody in I don't know. I'm like, no. After you, hey, I hope you have a great day, and that's 2 points because I did the door and I said something nice to them. And
Good
then
for you
Tim will be like, oh hey, and he'll go to 3 people at a time. And then I was on an escalator, and everybody coming down, I was high-fiving. I'm like, dude, you rock. Love that haircut. Yeah, keep going, man. God's great. Yep, absolutely. Oh, no. I got like 30, 40, 50
These
points in the
people,
shot.
some people are going, "What? I want what he's on."
Right. Well,
Right.
that's what
And
we
that's
want.
the idea.
That's
Right,
what we
exactly.
want. Kent will go out. He'll be in an elevator. He'll make one little bit joke, and then he'll try to give high fives to everybody. Like, everybody have a great day today.
Right.
So we're battling it out, but it's for the good, right?
It's funny you guys are doing that because Kent and I,
Yeah.
since day one, right, has always been about helping other people out to have a better day, right, or at least to give them that incentive or that little spring, if you will, to well, right, like the energy thing. You ask people, "How's your energy?" They're like, "What?" They don't know what you're doing.
Still do that.
I do too, and it's like you ask, "How's your day?" "Yeah, it's good." "Hey, how's your energy?" "Oh, it's low." But you get them out of that regular routine mindset, right, and that gets people thinking about what's really going on instead of just the mundane.
Here's
right?
the other great thing. Like, so Lucy and I must have been Tuesday night or something. It was a late night because of what we had going on. And,
Yep.
And so we go out to the restaurant that's not open on Sundays and serves chicken. And so Jaron, this young guy behind it, he's like, hey, what's your order? So give him the order. He's like, could we get a name for that? I'm like, yes, Pepperwood. Right? And he looks up from what he's doing. I go, yeah, Pepperwood. One word, Pepperwood. Lucy starts laughing. The kid starts laughing, right? So he puts Pepperwood down, Then I'm like, Jaron, how's your, this was, 8:15 or something at night.
Right.
Hey, Jaron, how's your energy? He goes, oh, I'm tired. We're about, we're going not too long for closing up, but I'm like, oh, long day. Must have been school, and I start talking to the kid a little bit, but yeah, there's some good points there because it's just again,
It's just people being too serious and too just like they're not seeing things, and they're used to people not interacting with them and asking them really and truly actually really caring. When we ask people things, they can tell we care.
Yeah.
Right. Not just, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. So Alice and I were at the Mart of Wall. And, I start talking. So I'm talking to the person cleaning the floor, asked them how their energy is. And Alice is like, it's a fucking robot, dummy. They're not going to answer you.
But it looks so real. How's your energy? I need to plug in.
Right.
Right,
Halfway
or
charge.
you need to unplug.
Halfway
But
charge.
that to me is huge, right? Because you can tell people, right, that they're kind of having maybe an off day just by how they're carrying themselves, and to ask them even to hold the door for them.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I did it to this lady. I said, "Hey, how's it going? How's your day going?" Not a friggin' peep. She looked at me, and then just kept walking. I'm like,
That's because
Police!
you were Winnie Poohing. You didn't
Right.
have any pants on.
Yeah, you have to, you can't
I'll
porky
have to
pig it.
revisit that one. I'll have to look at the camera.
You can't porky pig it.
But you know what I mean? For me,
respect
I felt bad because it was, you know what I mean? You could see she was just really kind of,
Absolutely.
maybe she was in her head thinking about something else going on, right? But
Maybe she just lost her husband.
right, that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of things people deal with that we don't know. And so when we say that and you get that reaction, it's great. It feels good.
Well,
but
when I was at the pharmacy line at the Mart of Wall, I felt the line behind me. I could feel it. There's one person
People
helping,
breathing on you?
and you can feel the. Well, it's a distance, not breathing, but you could feel the I got man.
Like,
you
hurry up,
could feel
man.
it, right?
Yeah.
And so halfway through them trying to fix a problem for me, I turn around to everybody. I'm like, hey, everybody. Totally my bad here. I'm that guy today. I apologize. Please be patient. Thank you so much. And they were like, yeah, no, it's all good. And then I got my stuff and I grabbed some other stuff and went to the self-checkout.
Yeah.
And a woman came up to me and she was like, hey, listen, you're sweet. That was very nice of you to do that, but unnecessary. I'm like, no, it is necessary. She's like, why?
That's the way it's supposed to
And I said, because if I do it, maybe others will, and we could change the burning planet. And she was like, That's ingenious. Yeah, thank you for doing
Something so
you know.
simple.
So
And
it,
then he
it
pulled
mattered
out.
to
Then
one
he, then he
person.
pulled out his little thing. He goes, "That's 2 points."
Right. Oh yeah.
keep
I
it
instantly
score.
texted Kent.
Yeah, that's
Eat
true.
that, mother.
So the other thing that I learned this week is, an older gal comes up. She's like, sad and whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a tough day." She goes, "Yeah, I lost my husband." I'm like, "Well, where'd you see him last?"
Oh my God.
So you really shouldn't ask that question.
Not to
Damn,
you.
dude.
Not to you.
And then here's the other
Thank you.
thing: if you don't want your kids at the wall of Mart, just bring them in on a leash and hook them up to the little robot.
Right.
Let him walk
I
around
mean,
with
you'll
the
know
cleaner.
where they're at.
Yeah,
They'll be amazed. They'll follow this thing
By
around
you
like.
saying that, there's going to be giant rubber bands and
Yeah, now it's going to be the new
children
chat. It's going to be the
stuck
new
to this
chat
thing.
Walmart or
Say you heard
Sam's
it here.
Club,
Mart
Walmart.
of Wall challenge to
Say
run
you
around
heard
the
it here.
thing.
216 Creator Studios.
Yeah, that's funny.
Listen, folks,
Yeah.
we got about 5 minutes left
Yeah.
here, so.
So
Hey, good stuff.
Yeah.
As always, today, of course, we've got at 3:00 a new Two Gregarious
Yeah, Two
Guys
Gregarious
show.
Guys, yeah.
This one, it's a good topic. Your name is your brand, right? So doesn't matter what logo you have on your shirt. It's not going to save you if you're a jerk, right?
Right.
So,
Yep.
understand that you are your brand. It's going to be a good.
Wow.
do it,
Right.
Yeah.
I like
That'll,
that.
that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
Also, if you grab, grab this right here, over here, that,
Right there.
right there,
Wait.
right there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't get.
If you grab that there, you'll go there, and we got great things like Intuitive Innovations. She's every other week on
Yeah.
Fridays.
Yep.
We've got
Oh, stay tuned. We got React to That's coming out.
React to That's
we
coming
got
out.
we already have about 4 episodes in. We're about 7 episodes in on Shared Connections.
Yep.
The Art of Leveling Up,
Yeah.
which is going to be a great show. And I think we're doing not only that, but a webinar series that attaches to it. So that's going to be fun.
And on every other Sunday night, let me tell you something, brother, with Tom Odell.
Oh, yeah.
And
Tom's a
Alex,
great guy.
And that's all-star wrestling and stuff. It's a great show. It's fun. Our the one that we're the most proud of, I think, outside of the grounds is Let's Talk Local.
Yeah.
Where we highlight
exploded. Yeah.
local businesses and entrepreneurs' passions.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we encourage people to tune into that, like follow, subscribe, but also to go and visit those businesses then, because we got just great people doing great things in the small business world.
Well, you know what blew me away last week when we were sitting there talking about everything is you told us that we've been doing this for 6 years.
Yeah.
How many people's lives we've touched, which is what we started this for, right?
Yep.
Just touch
Well, at least
people's
we know
lives
for
and to be-
sure it's Don and Shayna.
right. Well, yeah. But for me,
sure.
Yeah, we brainwashed them to get in here.
Well, for me, that's huge because we've
Now
been
you
doing this for
can't
6
leave.
Yeah,
years,
6
and
years.
it's been a really, really good ride. And with that being said, though, for me, this is going to be my last episode of the grounds. I feel like my work is done.
Yeah.
I have another some focus in life I need to take care of.
Sure.
I love doing what we do because we bring that news and that discussing life to people different.
Yep.
Looking at things from such a different perspective, right, and helping somebody, even if it's just one person. Hopefully, by saying what
Yep.
we do, right, we're
Yep.
helping people by asking them their day, right.
Yeah.
That's what the grounds was formed for, and I'm so blessed to have been part of that, right. But I've talked many times in life, knowing when to hold them, when to fold them.
Yep.
And right now, at this point in my life, guys, thank you so much. But I just think right now I'm
really?
going to be out. I'll come back if you guys want a guest.
It ain't going to be the same.
Well,
No.
and life isn't always the
won't.
same,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. I learned this week that it's just time to, move on, keep going. I think I've got my word out there. I think we've helped people, and I love you guys. I'm so happy,
Yeah, man.
for being able to be here and meet you guys, and hopefully we can still continue to do stuff
Well,
together. But the grounds for
the
me,
combination to the door because it's
I don't.
open. It's open all the time.
It's open, right?
But
and
no.
And that seat is always yours. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if Friday you're bored,
Pop in.
Come
So with that being said, guys, I thank you guys for letting us be here.
Close
I
us
thank
out
you
one
guys for
last
coming
time,
in.
man.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, go out there, guys, work hard, be nice to people because that's all you can do, and people can't take that away from you. Be the change you want to see in the world. All right, guys, go out there, love everybody, enjoy your day, have a great week, and remember, like, share, subscribe, tune in to 216 Creator Studios for all the amazing. I can't get to that one.
I gotta get
the
to it.
amazing stuff, sleight of hand stuff that they do offer out there, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I love you all, and have a wonderful life.
All right, podcasters, let's be honest for a second. If your show sounds like it was recorded inside of a tin can, in your cousin's basement, in a van down by the river with your dog barking in the background, it's time for an upgrade. That's where 216 Creator Studios comes in, the home of real production, real people who actually know what all those shiny buttons do. They've got pro mics, top-tier editing, and lighting that makes everyone look like they slept 8 hours, even if you didn't. Whether you're just starting out or you've been podcasting since people were still saying, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up. 216 Creator Studio helps you sound crisp, confident, and ready for the big leagues. So stop recording in your car, stop arguing with your USB mic, and get into 216 Creator Studios, where your podcast finally sounds as good as you think it does.